Get your premium coffee at warriorcoffee.com.
MMA Viking here with Cody McKenzie, fresh off his flight. It sounds like you got in pretty recently.
Yeah, I got in Thursday. Bit tired, haven't slept yet, but made weight no problem, and I'm feeling good. So looking forward to doing business tomorrow.
So you haven't slept yet. It's Friday, so you've gone no real sleep on the flight, and then just kind of winged it before weigh-ins.
Yeah, it's been about 48 hours. I mean, I got here in time to sleep, but we're on a 9-hour time difference, you know, and you want to get brought in a bit earlier than this so you can get used to it. But, I mean, it's whatever. I ain't trying to complain. I'm going to do my thing. But yeah, I'm definitely, like, running on no sleep. But I'm used to that from commercial fishing, so I'm hanging tough.
Yeah, how does this compare to commercial fishing? Is actually a gnarly gig, right? Is this like, how do you compare the fighting life between the boat life and being in Alaska in the cold water and probably doing all sorts of, I think, work that most people wouldn't want to really do?
Yeah, I roof too, and nobody wants to do that either. Yeah, that's the jobs I seem to find is the ones that not many people want, and the ones that can pay sometimes. But no,
well, who wants to fight either? If that's your chosen hobby.
Exactly. Like people think, oh, you got the best job ever. You're a fighter. I'm like, what? I'm like, have you ever fought anybody? I'm like, it's not like fun, and the training is all right, but like, it's not the best gig. Like, but I mean, it is all what we choose, you know, I guess, in a way. Like, I mean, I wish I was like an accountant or something that like consisted of brains, and I was like making millions and doing whatever. I mean, accountants, I don't know what they mean. But I mean, I wish I was one of those guys who didn't have to bust my back, but that's the cards I was dealt, and I'm happy about it, you know. But no, roofing, fishing, fighting, it's all the same idea, you know. It's just hard work, you know. If you can go hard, you know, because yeah, fighting's the same way. It's 100%, and yeah, it's just back-breaking work every day.
Yeah, there was some talk that you actually retired at the end of last year. Maybe you proclaimed it. What brought you out of retirement? You start roofing again and realize that that maybe fighting was a better gig.
Yeah, Bezlov is, I can't say his name, this Russian guy, great fighter. He knocked a Brazilian out just fast with just many fights right after me. I mean, this guy's got 30 more knockouts than most guys in the UFC have fights, and most girls have ever seen fights, and even on TV. But however, like, just bad. Like, I mean, this guy's good, and he hit me so hard he retired me. But then I realized that I'm poor and can't retire, so I'm back to fighting. Here I am once again trying to make ends meet.
Does it ever hit you? It seemed like you had a moment on stage maybe with David up there at weigh-ins. Like, do you ever think to yourself, like, what am I doing? Like, how did I get here? How did I get in this position? You're in Sweden, you're an American, you're fighting this guy that looks like a monster, a real good guy, and you just kind of roll in Chuck Liddell style with your jeans on and step on the scale. What are you feeling nowadays, kind of still in the fight game?
I actually found my passion my last fight again. You know, when I retired, I was done. I didn't train for a couple months, and then I took a fight 8 days notice while I was on a roof working, and I took the fight and felt terrible going in, fat and out of shape, and this kid kept running his mouth, and he was supposed to be the next big thing, you know. And I mean, once the fight started happening, I remembered that I like fighting people, you know. I mean, all money aside, I'll do it for free, you know. Like I like fighting people. I enjoy that part of it, you know. I enjoy being able to go 100% and lay it all out on the line. I mean, the feelings can suck at times, but I mean, the idea of it all, just everything, nothing else matters at that moment, you know. It's me or you, and I'm in there trying to take you out, and when I do finish people, it feels good, and I finished that kid with a headbutt, but I mean, so I got in some trouble, but I finished him, and it felt good to finish someone again, you know.
So you're coming off a win, you feel?
Yeah, I'm coming off a win, not on paper, but up here, you know. I won that fight, and No, I'm looking to win fight. But that was, if you watch that fight, it was Andrew McKinnis versus Cody McKenzie. If you want to watch it, yeah, he faked his way out. I barely headbutted the kid, and he just cried his way out. Politics anymore, it's not a fight. Guy you know how many times I've been headbutted in fights? Lots. You know how many times I've complained about being headbutted in fights? 0. Like, I'm not gonna be like, ref, he hit me illegally. No, I'm gonna be like, get him back. It's a fight. Like, we're in there fighting. So no, it's becoming a politically correct rich kid sport in a lot of ways anymore. You got to be trained with the best, and know this person and that person just to get into a show. And it's becoming a lot of politically correct BS, and I hate to see it that way, because I was around when there was no commissions. There was no, I didn't have to pay $4,000 just to get to the fight in medicals. I can't even fight and make money anymore. Dennis Hallman just told me he's working a job now. Dennis Hallman's a gangster. He shouldn't be working a job. That fool's choked out some people and had over 100 fights and never been submitted. Now I see these people on national TV with 2 fights and they're headlining cards, or they're having a losing record even. I see him in the top 10. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that doesn't even make sense. I'm like, where's the correctness in the sport? It's really falling off, I feel.
Yeah, and I think this is kind of a bizarre situation too, and we see this all the time when they fly in. Kind of international fighters actually don't make it to Sweden or Finland that often. Like, what kind of, I don't even, probably not even a crew, but who's in your corner? How does this work when it comes to stepping in the cage? Do you have a coach or?
Yeah, they usually fly one person out for you, and a lot of times my guys can't even go, whether it's they have a criminal record or they can't afford a passport or whatever, the fight game's tough, and then my people, they can't make it over. Like I can't just, fly with my boxing coach, he ain't coming, all my trainers, they ain't coming, so, a lot of times I've just rolled in alone, and I get here and I find good people who are at the show, and they've always just warmed me up, and I go out there and do what I do, and it is a team sport when you're training and all that, but once you get locked in that cage, that team, if I could, it doesn't matter, it's all about what you can do and how you perform. So, but I wish these shows would be putting us up in 2 hotel rooms and bring out our full team, but that ain't gonna happen, UFC doesn't even do it.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of complaints with the guys. Yeah, flying, they only get 1 coach on the undercard. Are you for this fight, is there a chance that this is a slugfest?
No, not for me. I'm a calculated puncher. I saw he likes to kind of throw hard a bit. I like to say I'm a calculated puncher until I get in there, but no, I feel fighting's a lot up here, so I'm definitely not going out there just to go toe-to-toe with this big buff dude. I'm going to be looking to pick him apart and beat him strategically.
Cool. Last question for you. Just fighting at welterweight, is this something in your future? Do you like being at that weight, or are you just kind of taking fights one at a time?
Yeah, I'll probably go down to 55 after this fight and maybe make a run at getting in the big show again by stringing some wins together. But I don't know, I've been fighting at 70 lately just because that's where they've been coming, and it is nice. I don't have to cut weight. I can just go in there and fight. And like I said, I feel it has a lot more to do with the here and here in a fight than it has to do with bronze. I see all these guys in great shape, and I train a lot of guys in great shape all the time. And it's like, yeah, that ain't going to stop you if I hit your arteries or start beating you up on the feet. So we'll see what he's got tomorrow. He definitely looks like he's a handful, but we'll see tomorrow. I'm planning on taking him out. I don't think he's ever been beaten with strikes I saw, so I'm looking to beat him up, and that'd be a nice way to finish a guy who's never been beaten with strikes, is take him to that point. But like I said, if I see the neck, I'll probably take it.
Cool. Well, thanks for your time, Cody. Welcome to Sweden, and good luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Cheers.